Good morning, students. Welcome back. I am Abrar Ahmed. Today we are going to start class 12th physics chapter optics. So let's start.
So before starting the chapter, we should know what is light. We should know what is light because all the chapter based on light. So light, you all know, light is nothing but a phenomenon. It is the form of energy. It is nothing but a form of energy which travels always in straight path. It makes things visible. Without light, we cannot see any object. So this is light. Light is the form of energy. It travels always in straight path. It makes things visible. Without light, we cannot see any object. So light is nothing, you all know, light is nothing but a form of energy. It is the form of energy. It travels always in straight path because of its straight path, shadow is formed. You all know, light is nothing but a form of energy. It makes things visible. It always travels in straight path. Shadow is formed. Shadow is the proof that light travels always in straight path, because shadow form when an object comes in the path of light. So light travels always in straight form. Then shadow is formed. Light is the form of energy. It travels always in straight path. It makes things visible. Without light, we cannot see any object. Now, our next topic is reflection. Reflection is one of the most important topic of class 10 physics. So what is reflection? This is our glass. This is the glass. When we polished one side of the glass, it becomes mirror. There is a difference between glass and mirror. Glass is transparent, but mirror is not transparent. So this is the mirror because here is polished surface. So when we polish it on glass, it becomes mirror. This is our polished surface. So when an incident ray, we can say light. This is the light ray. When an incident ray, this is called incident ray. Incident ray, or we can say ray, only ray. But it is incident toward the mirror, so it is called incident ray. When an incident ray falls on a polished surface, it gets reflected in the same medium. So this is called reflected ray. So when an incident ray falls on a polished surface, it gets reflected in the same medium. This phenomenon is called reflection of light. We can also call reflection of light. So definition is when an incident ray fall on a polished surface, it get reflected in the same medium, it get reflected in the same medium. This phenomena we can also call the process. This process is called reflection of light. This phenomena, or we can say this process is called reflection of light. So what is reflection of light? When an incident ray fall on any polished surface, or we can say mirror. When an incident ray fall on a mirror or polished surface, it get again reflected in the same medium. This phenomenon is called reflection of light. Here are a perpendicular line. This line is called normal. This is a perpendicular line. It is called normal because it is normal to the plane. So it is called normal. And this angle is denoted by I. It is incident angle. And this angle is denoted by R. This is called the reflected angle. So there are two laws of reflection. Law of reflection is also important. So there are two laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. First is this incident angle, or we can say angle of incident I, is always equal to angle of reflection. We can understand by other diagram. This is normal and this is the polished surface. This is PS, polished surface. When an incident ray coming at 45-degree angle, this will always reflected from same angle 45. If this angle is not 45, if this angle is 60, this angle always 60, because both the angle are same, both the angle are equal. Incident angle is always equal to reflected angle. This is called the first law of reflection. Angle of incident is always equal to angle of reflection. This angle of incident, we can say this I is always equal to angle of reflection. We can say R, angle of reflection. This is called our first law of reflection. Now our second law, incident ray, refracted ray and normal all are lie in the same plane at a same point. This cannot be happen. Incident ray is here, refracted ray is here and normal is here. This cannot be possible in reflection of light. Our second law is incident ray, reflected ray and normal all are lying on the same plane at a same point. This is our incident ray, this is our refracted ray and this is our normal. All are lying at a same point. This cannot be happen. This is incident ray, this is reflected ray and this is normal. This cannot be happen. So second law is incident ray, refracted ray and normal all are lie on the same plane at same point. This is called the law of refraction. This is one of the most important topic. Now we are going to start our next topic, mirrors. Now our next topic is mirrors. Mirrors. We all know what is mirror. We watch our face on mirror daily. There are two types of mirror. Concave mirror and convex mirror. So before starting the types of mirrors are the object. Mirror are the object which reflect total light falling on it. Mirrors are the object which reflect total light falling on it. It reflects total light falling on it. There are two types of mirror. First is plane mirror and second is spherical mirror. Plane mirror, it is the type of glass, one sided is polished, and spherical mirror, it is also of two types, concave mirror and convex mirror. Spherical mirror also of two types, concave mirror and convex mirror. Outside it is polished, this is called our concave mirror, and inside it is polished, this is called convex mirror. So now we are going to start concave mirror. So before starting the concave mirror, we should know what is the notation of mirror. Our next topic is notation of mirror. Now our next topic is notation of mirror. Notation of mirror. This is nothing but the name of mirror. This is our mirror. This is polished surface. One side is polished. A imaginary line passing through the center of the mirror. This imaginary line is called the principal axis. Principal axis. This imaginary line is called principal axis. This is the length of total mirror. We can denote it by M and N. This M, N, the total length is called aperture. Mn is called aperture. This point is the center of the mirror because this line passes through the center of the mirror. So this point center is called P. P is pole of the mirror. We all know spherical mirror is the part of circle because this is our circle. If we reduce this part and polish the one sided, if we polish the one side of this mirror, this is called concave mirror. Concave mirror. So this is the center of the mirror, total mirror. So this is the center of the mirror. It is called center of curvature because this is the curve. This is the curve mirror. So this is called center of the curvature, and half of the center of curvature is called focus. F is the focus of mirror. It is denoted by capital F. Now this is the total length of focus from pole. It is denoted by small f. It is called focal length. Small f is focal length. Small f is focal length. This is the total radius, because this is the part of, if we draw, if we complete the circle, so this is called the radius. This is called the radius of the circle. This is the radius of the circle. So this is also called the radius. This is called focal length. F is called focal length, and R is called radius. And this is the curvature. So it is also called the radius of curvature. So this is the notation of mirror. An imaginary line is called the principal axis. Total length of mirror is called aperture. An imaginary point passing through the center, this point is called the pole, and this is called the focus. This is called the center of curvature. This is called the focal length. This is called the radius of curvature. Now we have to discuss formation of image by concave mirror. This notation is same for convex mirror. Nothing is changed for convex mirror. Now our next topic is formation of image. Before starting the formation of image by concave and convex mirror, we should know what is the law of formation of image. So first of all, we have to study law of formation of image. Law of formation of image. How to image form by a mirror? There are two laws. First law is, this is our mirror, this is concave mirror, this is our principal axis, this is our principal axis, and this is the point P pole, and this is M, and MN is aperture. We already know this is MN aperture. This is point focus. This is center of curvature. So law is that when an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, when an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, after reflection it pass through focus. It goes from focus. Focus is a point, so we can't say focus point. Focus is a point. So this law is, when an incident ray coming parallel, this is parallel, this is principal axis, and this is the parallel to principal axis. So when an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it goes from focus. This is our first law. When an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it after reflection it passes through focus. When an incident ray, this is an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, this is principal axis, it is coming parallel to principal axis. After reflection, this is the point of reflection. After reflection, it passes through the focus. This is called the first point, and vice versa also. Vice versa means when an incident ray coming from focus, when an incident ray coming from focus, after reflection, when an incident ray coming from focus, after reflection, it will be parallel. After reflection, it will be parallel. For example, we can understand by other diagram. This is our focus, when an incident ray coming through focus, after reflection it will move parallel to principal axis. This is the parallel to principal axis. So first law is, if a line coming parallel to principal axis, it will go from focus, and if it is coming through the focus, after reflection it will pass parallel to principal axis. Second law is, now our second law is, this is the diagram of concave mirror. This is our principal axis, this is our focus, this is our center of curvature. Second law is that if a line coming through center of curvature, after reflection it will also pass through center of curvature. It means if a line coming parallel to center of curvature, principal center of curvature, this is the point of center of curvature. After reflection it will pass again same path, it will follow the same path. So if a line coming through center of curvature, we can see also C, we can denote it by C. If a line coming through center of curvature, it after reflection it will pass through same point. Or we can understand easily by formation of image. So now our next topic is formation of image. Now we are going to start one of the most important topic of class 10 physics, formation of image. It is very important for CBSE. Formation of image. Image can be formed by concave mirror and convex mirror. So we are using for concave mirror. Formation of image for concave mirror. Formation of image by concave mirror. There are 6 different positions of object by which image can be formed. So we are going to start first position. This is our concave mirror. This is polished surface. This is our concave mirror. This is polished surface, and this is our principal axis. We already know what is principal axis, what is center of curvature, what is radius of curvature, what is focus, what is aperture. We already know. This is our focus and this is our center of curvature. When objects are at infinity, so when objects are infinity, lines come parallel. Lines come parallel to principal axis. And we know by the rule of formation of image, when lines come parallel to principal axis, it pass through focus. So both the ray meet at focus, so image will form at focus. So image will form at focus. Size, this is point size, and this concave mirror form real and inverted image. inverted image. The nature of image is real and inverted. It is formed always real and inverted image. Inverted means opposite image. Now second case, this is our concave mirror. This is polished surface. This is our principal axis. This is focus. This is center of curvature. Now we are putting object at this place. This is called AB or object. This is called beyond C. Beyond C. So image form, because ray will pass through this point, and we know when ray coming parallel to principal axis, it pass through focus, and if line coming from center of curvature, it again pass from center of curvature. So both the ray, this ray after reflection and this ray after reflection meet here. This ray meets here. This is called image A dash B dash. So image form between C and F. Image form between C and F. The size of image is small. Size is small, and nature of image inverted. Real and inverted. Real and inverted. Now our third case. Third case, this is our concave mirror, this is our principal axis, this is focus, and this is center of curvature. When object at center of curvature, this is AB or object at center of curvature C. So image form, this ray goes parallel to principal axis and pass through focus, and this ray coming parallel to focus and pass parallel to principal axis. This is coming parallel to principal axis, pass from focus, and this is coming from focus, so become parallel to principal axis. So image form here A dash B dash. So image form at C. Size same size, real and inverted. Nature is always real and inverted. The size of object, this is the size of image A dash B dash, and this is AB. AB is our object. So object is at ray C. Image form at C, size is same. Now fourth case, this is our concave mirror, this is our principal axis. Fourth case, this is our focus, this is our center of curvature. Now object is at between C and F. Object is at between C and F. This ray coming from parallel to principal axis, so pass from focus, and if a line pass from focus, it will go parallel to principal axis. After reflection, it goes parallel to principal axis. So image form here, this is image A dash B dash. So image form beyond C, size is large, nature, real and inverted. Nature is same, real and inverted. This is the fourth case. This is our object A, B. This is small object and image form large. Object is at between C and F. Object between C and F, image form beyond C. Now, fifth case. Fifth case, this is our concave mirror. This is principal axis. This point is focus. This point is center of curvature. When object placed as at F means focus. When a line coming parallel to principal axis, it pass through focus, and if a line coming at this angle, this is called the angle of incident, it pass after reflection. This is called the angle of reflection R. This is I, angle of incident, and this is R, angle of reflection. They are parallel and they do not meet. They do not meet. So we consider they meet at infinity. So image form at infinity. Object is at focus. Object is at focus, and image do not form because both the line are parallel. So we consider this line meets at infinity. So image form at infinity. So size is large. We can say enlarged, or we can say extra large. Extra large. Real and inverted. Nature of image is real and inverted. And this is our fifth case. Now we are discussing our last case. Now we are discussing our last case. This is concave mirror. This is principal axis. This point is focus and this point is of center of curvature. In first case, we put object at infinity. Then in second case, beyond C. In third case, at C. Fourth case, between C and F. Fifth case, at F. This is at F. Now sixth case, between mirror and F. This is AB. We know that when a line coming parallel to principal axis, it pass through focus, and if a line coming at this angle, this is angle of incident and this is angle of refraction. So they do not meet at infinity because they are diverging ray. They are diverging. They are going away from each other. So they are diverging ray. They never meet. So we have to be behind the mirror. We have to meet this ray behind the mirror. This is called the image AB. A dash B dash. This is object. So object between F and P. This is the point P, pole. Image form behind the mirror. Behind the mirror. Size extra large. Nature virtual. Nature is virtual. This is virtual image because actually line is not meeting behind the mirror. This is appearing to meeting behind the mirror. So this is called a virtual image. So this form real image, but in last case it form virtual image. This is the last case of 6 case. So now we have to discuss all the cases for convex mirror. This is for concave mirror. Now we are solving formation of image by convex mirror. Now our topic is formation of image by convex mirror. Formation of image by convex mirror. There was two cases. This is our convex mirror. This is convex mirror. We already know this is principal axis. This is our principal axis. This is focus and this is center of curvature. In first case, this is the first case. In first case, object are placed at infinity. Object are placed at infinity. So we already know when object are placed at infinity, then line coming parallel to principal axis. Lines coming parallel to principal axis. And after reflection, both line diverge each other. They never meet. So we have to meet this ray. We have to produce this ray, back side of the mirror. Both the line meeting at F. So this is F, this is center of curvature. So both the line are diverging, both line diverging each other. They never meet. So we have to meet both the line back of the mirror. So this is called virtual image. So image form at F focus. Size is very small, point size. Nature virtual and erect. So this is the first case of formation of image by convex mirror. Now second case. This is our convex mirror. This is principal axis. Now object placed in front of mirror, anywhere in front of mirror. Let us consider object placed. This is object AB. We already know object is denoted by AB. So line is coming parallel to principal axis, and this line will pass from focus. This is our focus, and second line going from center of curvature. So it will again pass from center of curvature. So both the line meet here. This is called our image A dash B dash. This is called image A dash B dash. This is our image A dash B dash, because both line meet here. So image form between F and this is our pole P. Size again small size, very small. So this is very small, size small. Nature virtual and erect. So this is the second case. For formation of image by convex mirror. There are only two cases for convex mirror, and in concave mirror there was 6 cases. We already studied in previous video. Now we have to study use of mirror. Uses of mirror is one of the most important topic. Uses of mirror. So let's start uses of mirror. Now our next topic is uses of mirror. So there are two types of mirror, concave mirror and convex mirror. So first we study use of convex mirror. Sorry, uses of concave mirror. Our first topic, uses of concave mirror. Concave mirror are commonly used. Concave mirror are commonly used in torches, searchlights. Concave mirror used in torch and searchlights. Second, concave mirror also used in vehicle headlights. Concave mirror also used in vehicle headlights. They are often used as saving mirror because due to of seeing large image of the face. So they are often used as the saving mirror to see large image of the face. To see large image of the face we use as saving mirror. The dentist also used concave mirror to see large image of our teeth. The dentist also used concave mirror to see large image of the teeth. Now uses of convex mirror. So convex mirror, first use is convex mirror are commonly used as rear view. Rear view means back side view in the vehicle. Side view, we can say side view in the vehicle. Convex mirror also used in street light, or we can say road lights. Convex mirror also used on road as a to spread the light on the road. Convex mirror also used on road to spread the light, and convex mirror also used to see large rear view of vehicle. So this is the uses of concave mirror and convex mirror. Now we will start mirror formula and magnification. So let's start. Now our next topic is mirror formula and magnification. Mirror formula is one of the most important topic for 10th class CBSE. So let's start mirror formula. Consider a mirror. Consider a mirror. This is our concave mirror. Consider a mirror. This is our principal axis. This is our principal axis. This is focus. This is center of curvature. If we are putting an object, this is our object AB. So its image form like A dash B dash. This is image A dash B dash. So let us consider distance of object is U from mirror and distance of image is V. This is our focal length. This is called small f, focal length. So mirror formula is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon u plus 1 upon v. This is called our mirror formula. 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v plus 1 upon u, where f is the focal length, where u is the distance of object, v is the distance of image. So mirror formula is nothing but a relation between focal length, distance of image and distance of object. Distance of object and distance of image. So mirror formula is nothing but it is the relation between mirror formula is the relation between focal length is denoted by f, distance of image v, and distance of object u. So mirror formula 1 upon f equal to 1 upon u plus 1 upon v. This is called our mirror formula for any mirror, convex mirror or concave mirror. But there is a difference of for sign conversion. So we will start sign conversion. Consider a mirror. It may be concave mirror or convex mirror both. If we polish the outside of the mirror, this will be called concave mirror. And if we will polish back side of the mirror, this is called convex mirror. Now it is our principal axis. So we have to take all the distance. We have to take all the distance right of the mirror positive, and we have to take all the distance left of the mirror as negative. What is sign conversion? We have to take all the distance right of the mirror positive and left of the mirror negative, above the principal axis positive, below the principal axis negative. So right of the mirror positive, left of the mirror negative, above the principal axis positive, below the principal axis negative. So this is below the principal axis, so height of the image is negative, height of the object positive, distance of object left of the mirror negative, distance of object image left of the mirror, it is also negative. So this is called the sign conversion. Now we will start magnification. After mirror formula, we are going to start our next topic, magnification, or we can say linear magnification. So what is magnification? Magnification is denoted by letter M. Magnification is denoted by letter M. So magnification tells about size of image or size of object. So it is the ratio of height of image to the height of object. So it is nothing but a ratio of height of image to the height of object, and we know that height of image is denoted by h dash and height of image is denoted by h. So this is the formula of linear magnification. So linear magnification is the ratio of height of image to the height of object, or we can say in other words, linear magnification h dash upon h is equal to minus v upon u. This is also the formula of linear magnification, where v is the distance of image and u is the distance of object. For mirror, only for mirror, this is the formula of linear magnification only for mirror. So definition is showing on your screen.
Magnification or linear magnification, it is expressed as the ratio of height of the image to the height of the object. It is usually represented by the letter M. Formula: M is equal to height of the image to the height of the object.
Now, our next topic, refraction of light. Refraction of light is also one of the most important topic. It is very important for 10th class CBSE. So, let's start. Refraction of light. Refraction of light. So, when an incident ray coming from rare medium to denser medium, when an incident ray coming from rare medium to denser medium, it diverted from its original path. It diverted from its original path. This phenomenon is called reflection of light. So we can understand with an example. This is our medium. This is rare medium. Rare medium. Rare medium means air. It may be air. And this is denser medium. This is denser medium. Denser medium may be glass, water, etc. Because light move faster in rare medium, it means light move faster in air, and light move slower in glass or water. It means light move slower in denser medium. So this is called the rare medium. Its density is low. It is called the denser medium. Its density is high. So when an incident ray, this is a normal. We already studied in previous video. This is normal. So when an incident ray, this is an incident ray. This is an incident ray. When an incident ray coming from rare medium to denser medium. When an incident ray coming from rare medium air to denser medium glass or water, whatever. So this ray should be move in same way, but due to changing of medium, it diverted from its original path. It diverted from its original path and bent toward the normal. So this phenomenon is called refraction of light. When an incident ray coming rare medium air to denser medium glass or water, it should be moved straight, but due to changing of medium, it will diverted from its original path. This phenomenon is called reflection of light. This ray is called refracted ray. Refracted ray. So when an incident ray coming from rare medium to denser medium, when an incident ray coming from rare medium to denser medium, it will be diverted from its original path. This phenomenon is called the reflection of light. This is called angle of incident I, and this is called angle of reflected R. I, angle of incident, and R, angle of refraction. So there are also two laws of reflection of light. There are also two laws of reflection of light. First law, this incident ray, this reflected ray, and this normal. This is normal. All are lie at same point. This is first law of reflection. So our topic is law of refraction. First law, incident ray refracted ray and normal all are lies at same point. This is our first law. incident ray, refracted ray and normal. Incident ray, refracted ray and normal all are lie at same point. It means this is incident ray, this is normal and this is refracted ray. All are lie. This is all are lie at the same point. This is our first law. Second law, its definition is showing on your screen.
Reflection of light. When an incident ray coming from rare medium to denser medium, it will diverted from its original path. This phenomena is called reflection of light.
Reflection of light, its definition is showing on your screen. Now we will start our second law of reflection. Second law of reflection. The ratio of sine of incident angle to the sine of refracted angle is always constant. The ratio of sine of incident angle to the sine of refracted angle is always constant. The ratio of sine of incident angle to the sine of refracted angle is always constant, and this constant is called refractive index of the medium. This is called the refractive index of the medium. Refractive index is denoted by mu. This is the sign mu. So second law is the ratio means numerator denoted by denominator. The ratio of sine of incident angle, and we know that incident angle is I, sine I to the sine of refracted angle. Sine of refracted angle and refracted angle is R. So ratio of sine of incident angle to the sine of refracted angle is always constant. This is constant, and this constant are called the refractive index, and refractive index is denoted by symbol mu. This is the refractive index of the medium. It is the capacity of the medium, how much it will be diverted from its original path. Refractive index, so the capacity of the medium, that how much line can be diverted from its original path. This is called the refractive index. This law is also called the Snell's law. This is also called Snell's law. This law can be asked in exam by the name of Snell. This is also called Snell's law. Second law is also called Snell's law. So what is reflection of light? When an incident ray, this is incident ray coming from rare medium to denser medium, coming from air to glass, air to water, it will be diverted from its original path. This phenomena is called the reflection of light. This is called the reflection of light. There are two laws. First law, incident ray, normal and refracted ray, all are lie at same point. Second law, sine of incident angle to the sine of refracted angle is always, this ratio is always constant, or this constant is called the refractive index of the medium, and this law is also called the Snell's law. So this is reflection of light. After reflection of light, we will start refractive index. So our next topic is refractive index. So what is refractive index? We know that speed of light is different in different medium. Speed of light is different in different medium. So it is the ratio of refractive index is the ratio of refractive index is the ratio of speed of light in air to the speed of light in another medium. It is the ratio of speed of light in air to the speed of light in that medium. Because refractive index of any medium, refractive index is not a term, single term, refractive index of a medium. Refractive index can be found with a medium. So it is the ratio of speed of light in air to the speed of light in that medium. It is denoted by symbol mu, or we can also denote it by n. So refractive index n is equal to, or we can write mu. So both are the term we can represent it. So n is equal to, mu is equal to, so n is equal to speed of light in air to the speed of light in medium. Consider a medium. This is medium first. It may be air. This is medium second. This may be water or maybe glass, whatever. So this is called normal. When an incident ray coming from one medium to another medium, it will divert it from its original path. It will not follow this path. It will divert from its original path because of the refractive index. So refractive index mu is calculated by speed of light in one medium to speed of light in second medium. It is also calculated by speed of light in one medium to the speed of light in another medium. So this is called refractive index. It is nothing but a ratio of speed of light in air to the speed of light in medium. Now we will start lenses. Lens is one of the most important topic for 10th class. Lens. Now our next topic is lens. So our topic is lenses. A lens is a transparent medium. A lens is a transparent material which at least one side should be curved. Or maybe both sides should be curved. So definition: a transparent material bounded by two surfaces. Lens bounded by two surfaces. A transparent material bounded by two surfaces, which one or both surfaces are spherical. Its one or both surfaces are spherical, but at least one surface should be spherical. But at least one surface should be spherical. At least one surface should be spherical, or maybe both surface spherical. So there are two types of lens. First is convex lens and second is concave lens. Convex lens, this is the diagram of convex lens and this is the diagram of concave lens. So this convex lens are thinner. These lenses are thinner at the corner and thicker at the center. This is thicker at the center and thinner at the corner, and this concave lens thinner at the center and thicker at the corner. So this is the difference between two lenses. These lenses are converging lens. This is called converging lens and this is called diverging lens. This is called diverging lens. So there are two types of lens. First is convex lens, second is concave lens. Now we will start formation of image by lenses. Our next topic, formation of image by lenses. Before starting the topic formation of image, we should know what is the rule of formation of image in the case of lens and what is the notation of lens. So our next topic is notation of lens and rules for formation of image in lens. So consider two lenses. This is our first lens. This is our first lens. This is convex lens. This is convex lens, and this is concave lens. This is convex lens, this is concave lens. So we are going to start notation of lens. This is called principal axis. As usual in previous video we already know this is called principal axis. But this is called optical center O. O is the optical center. Optical center. This is also principal axis for second lens, and this is also optical center for concave lens. Now this is called focus of the lens, and we know that double of the focus is called radius of curvature, but here double of the focus is called 2f. So there are two focus. This focus only for this surface, and here is one more focus. This is due to this surface. So there are two focus. So it is called f1, f2, and double of the focus is called 2f. So double of the focus is called 2f. So it is 2f2. So it is 2f1. Now this is the rotation of the mirror. This is optical center. This is f. This is 2f. This is f. This is 2f. But this is f1. This is f2. This is 2f1. This is 2f2. Same for concave lens. Now rule for the formation of image. Rule is that when incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, when an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through focus. It will pass through focus. This rule is same as mirror, but second rule, when an incident ray coming from optical center, when an incident ray coming from optical center, it will pass through same point. It will not divert it from its original path. So this is the second rule, and second rule is very most important. When an incident ray coming toward the optical center, it will pass through same point. It It does not change its path. In the case of concave lens, when incident ray coming through optical center O, it will pass through same point. When incident ray coming toward the optical center, it will cross optical center in the same way. So this is the rule for formation of image in lenses. Now we will start formation of image. Now we are going to start formation of image for convex lens. So formation of image for convex lens, there are 6 different positions in which image can be formed for convex lens. There are 6 different positions. This is our first position. This is convex lens. This is principal axis. This is optical center. This is focus f1. This is focus f2. This is 2f1. This is 2f2. Now, in first case, object is placed at infinity. So we know that when an object placed at infinity, lines come parallel to principal axis. So lines coming principal to parallel axis, and according to the rule of formation of image, when lines coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through focus. So it will pass through this focus. It will pass through focus. This is focus. So image formed at focus. Image formed at focus. But it is point size. So size is point size. Size is point size. Nature real. Nature is real. Because this is the real image. This lens form always real image. This is our first case. Now we will start our second case. This is our convex lens. This is optical center. This is focus f1. This is focus f2. This is 2f2. This is 2f1. Now object placed beyond 2f. Object placed beyond 2f2. This is our object. Object A, B. So we have to find where image is formed. You should remember the rule. When an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through focus. This is our focus. This is our focus. And when an incident ray coming through optical center O, it will pass through same point. So both line intersect here. This is our image A dash, B dash. So this is real image but inverted. This is also real and inverted. Inverted. So image formed between 2f and 2f2. Image formed between f2 and 2f2. Size is small because object is large and image is small. Nature real and inverted. Real and inverted. This is our second case. Now we will start our third case. This is our third case. Consider again. This is our convex lens. This is optical center. This is f1. This is f2. This is 2f1. This is 2f2. So now in third case, object placed at 2f1. Object placed at 2f1. This is object A, B. According to rule, an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through the focus. It will pass through the focus. And when incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through same point. So both rays intersect here. This is called our image A dash B dash. So image form at 2f2. So image form at 2f2. So object placed 2f, image form also 2f. Image will be formed at the same point. Now size is same, and nature real and inverted. Now we will start our fourth case. Our fourth case is, this is our convex lens. This is our principal axis. This is optical center. This is f1. This is 2f1. This is f2. This is 2f2. Now object is placed between f1 and 2f1. This is object A, B. So object placed between f1 and 2f1. f1 and 2f1. So according to rule, when an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through the focus, and when an incident ray coming through the optical center, it will pass through the same point. It will pass through the same point. Both line will intersect here. So this is called our image A dash B dash. So this is called our image A dash B dash. So image form beyond 2f2. Beyond 2f2. Size is large. Nature again real and inverted. Real and inverted. This is our fourth case. Now we will start our fifth case. Now we will start our fifth case. This is our convex lens. This is optical center. This is f1. This is 2f1. This is f2. This is 2f2. Now object is placed at focus f1. Object is placed at focus. So this is our object A, B. And according to rule, when an incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through the focus. So this is, it will pass through the focus. Now again, when incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through the same point. So both line move parallel to each other. this will also move. They never meet, so we consider they meet at infinity. We consider they meet at infinity, so image form at infinity. Size very large, we can say extra large, or we can say enlarge. Nature again real and inverted. So this is the fifth case for convex lens of image formation. Now we will start our last case. Now we will start our last case. This is our sixth case. Here this is convex lens. This is optical center O. This is f1 to f1. This is f2 to f2. Now in last case, objects are placed between O and f1. Optical center and focus between O and f1. This is our object. A and B. This is our object. So we know that when incident ray coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through the focus. And when incident ray coming from optical center, it will pass through the same point. They never meet, or both are not parallel to each other. They are going away from each other. They are diverging to each other. So we have to meet both the ray. Behind. We have to meet both the ray. Here both rays are meeting, so this is called our image A dash B dash. So image form at same side. Here also object image form also here. This is not a real image, so size is large. And nature virtual. This is virtual image, not a real image. This is virtual. This is virtual image and erect. So this is the case. This is the formation of image for convex lens. Now we will start formation of image for concave lens in next video.